Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us at 6 a.m. I'm Stella Escobedo.
And I'm Nada Irampour. We want to get right to our top story this morning, the situation in Afghanistan. Now this morning, a Taliban official announced a general amnesty for all in the country and in fact urged women now to join its government.
This comes as President Biden says he doesn't regret his decision to withdraw the military. The president now faces criticism from those who say he underestimated how quickly the Taliban turned to power. Bradley Blackburn joining us live with the very latest. Good morning.
Stella, Netta, good morning. You know, the president is standing by his decision, but he also admits that he underestimated the speed of this Taliban surge, and that is a real concern for so many this morning. Despite the chaos unfolding in Afghanistan, President Biden says pulling the military out was the correct decision.
After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces.
The president admitted being surprised by the speed of the Taliban takeover, but insisted the U.S. won't be pulled back into the conflict.
American troops cannot and should not be fighting in a war and dying in a war that Afghan forces are not willing to fight for themselves.
On Tuesday, the Taliban began consolidating its control over Kabul. The airport outside the capital was overrun by thousands of Afghan civilians desperate to leave the country. Some tried to climb aboard the outside of this military transport as it was taking off. At least 7 people were killed in the chaos.
What we have seen is an unmitigated disaster, a stain on the reputation of the United States of America.
Republicans and even some Democrats expressed dismay at the return of the Taliban.
I'm going to be asking tough questions about how and why the Taliban triumph was so much speedier than anyone anticipated.
Roughly 6,000 U.S. troops have been deployed to Afghanistan. The Pentagon says their primary mission is to keep the Kabul airport open and to help in the safe evacuation of U.S. allies and civilians. And of course, so many cannot board a plane to escape. The UN estimates that 18 million people in Afghanistan are in need of humanitarian aid right now. Guys, that is about half the country.
Yeah, Bradley, there are reports this morning that the Taliban is trying to calm fears in Kabul. What can you tell us about that?
Right. You mentioned a little bit about that in the beginning. They are saying they're saying that they are inviting women to join this new government. An official went on television. It's really the first time that we've heard the direction that they intend to take this government. But the Taliban has also said that this time they're in power, they intend to allow girls to go to school. They allow women to have jobs. But that goes directly against what we're hearing from our correspondent on the ground who is speaking to women's advocates. They are fearful for what's going to happen next, and they simply do not believe what the Taliban is saying.
We are watching this closely. The entire world is. Bradley, thank you so much. And an emotional moment as an Afghan reporter asks Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby about women's safety in Afghanistan. We want you to take a listen.
As you know, I'm from Afghanistan, and I'm very upset today because Afghan women didn't expect that overnight all the Taliban came. They took off my flag. This is my flag. And they put their flag. Everybody is upset, especially women. Women has a lot of achievement in Afghanistan. I had a lot of achievement. I left from the Taliban like 20 years ago. Now we go back to the first step again.
And we all understand the anxiety and the fear and the pain that you're feeling. It's clear and it's evident. And nobody here at the Pentagon is happy about the images that we've seen coming out in the last few days.
So emotional there. The reporter also asked where Afghanistan's president is. Kirby replied he couldn't answer that.
Turning now to the latest on the coronavirus. Today marks a new push towards a vaccine mandate. This is for county employees, but that's not all.
Yeah, local leaders are also pushing a new recommendation that impacts all businesses. News 8's Allison Royal is live outside the county administration building with what we need to know. Good morning.
Good morning. So San Diego County has an ask for businesses in the private, public, and nonprofit sectors. So San Diego County is asking business owners in all of these areas to require their employees to either A, show proof of COVID-19 vaccination and that verification, or B, agree to get tested every week for COVID-19, as well as wear a mask while they are working indoors. Now, of course, San Diego County is requiring this for all 18,000 of its county employees. Take a listen.
August 17th, we will begin collecting vaccination verification from our employees here. And on Monday, August 23rd, we will require employees who have not demonstrated proof of being fully vaccinated to be subject to weekly testing and to wearing masks indoors. And we think this is another step as a region. If large numbers of employers will take this action and step, can help incentivize and can help us move in a positive direction.
So that was Chairman Nathan Fletcher right there. He said that the county is discussing some sort of possible disciplinary action, in his words, for employees that don't agree to do either of those things, but it's unclear what that will be, if anything. Fletcher also said every decision that the county has made over the course of the pandemic has been in hopes that it can help preserve the integrity of San Diego County's healthcare system. According to San Diego County public health data from Health and Human Services, 92% of confirmed coronavirus cases countywide are reportedly from unvaccinated people. Keep in mind, according to Vice Chair Nora Vargas, this is a recommendation for now, not a mandate. However, this has given business owners a little bit to think about. For example, at Greystone Steakhouse over in the Gaslamp, Marketing Director Sarah Arman says managers will not make their employees get the vaccine. However, they will talk about some other possible safety measures. Currently, Greystone employees have to wear a mask at work if they are not vaccinated.
As of right now, we are not requiring it, but I believe we all having a meeting to make sure that we're going to come up with a policy that's going to make sure everyone is safe.
Of course, some people still have some concerns, and some of those people are members of a group called Reopen San Diego. It's a nonpartisan group, and in a statement that they sent over to us, they said that they are concerned. They do not believe that A, showing proof of vaccination, or B, agreeing to get tested every single week should be a condition of somebody's employment here in San Diego County. So they're going to hold a rally later this morning at 9 o'clock here at the county admin building, where they hope to maybe extend the olive branch to some county supervisors and see if they can discuss this ongoing decision. I'm going to go ahead and send it back to you too.
Allison, thank you very much for that update. And new this morning, the Biden administration expected to recommend most Americans get COVID-19 booster shots 8 months after being fully vaccinated. This announcement is expected to come out this week. Last month, you may remember the CDC and FDA both said that booster shots were not needed yet. However, new data indicates boosters might be needed to give additional immunity as new variants of COVID emerge.
This morning, opening statements begin in the trial for a man accused in the murder of a San Diego police officer. Jesse Michael Gomez is accused of shooting and killing Officer Jonathan de Guzman and wounding his partner during a stop in Southcrest back in 2016. If found guilty, he faces the death penalty for life in prison without parole. We'll have more on what we can expect in court today. That's coming up at 6:30. It is 6:09 on your Tuesday, and the sunrise is happening just moments from now, Netta.
Moments, in 5 minutes to be exact. Yeah, and right now we're not really going to get to see much of it unless you're watching us, because we do have some higher level cloud camera shots above the clouds rather to show you. But right here, this view at Del Mar does show the marine layer. So we definitely are waking up to some overcast conditions. Your afternoon, though, should be nice and sunny. So here's a look at the clouds all the way to San Miguel Mountain. And as you see right there, it's pretty widespread. Your headlines today, hazy skies again. Some areas good air quality, some areas though moderate. We also have a chance for afternoon thunderstorms because of monsoonal moisture that's coming in from the east. And then that deeper marine layer, which comes in from the west, is going to continue tonight, again tomorrow morning, and then Thursday morning as well. And that could lead to some light rain. So we're looking at just a few hundredths of an inch of rain, but still, you know, a little drizzle, a little mist coming through. Overall, this is our east facing camera where you see that early morning glow. We'll we'll wait for that sun to come on through. As we mentioned, 6:14 will be that sunrise time, sunset at 7:31. Temperatures 67 in Escondido right now. You're already in the 70s in Oceanside, 73 downtown San Diego, 70 in Chula Vista. The marine layer keeping some of that warmer air, especially along the coast. And so not a bad way to wake up. Visibility just dropped a little bit in Fallbrook, but overall, most of our county is looking fairly clear. We also have that added moisture, 80 to 90% relative humidity, just a little bit of mugginess that you might be feeling thanks to more of an onshore flow now. And we'll send it over to Jenny.